What's going on, everybody? It's the Bulls Show, aka Aidan, and welcome back to another video. Today we've got a little bit of a Chicago Bulls related video in terms of the news and updates around our starting lineup and our bench heading into the Brooklyn Nets game. One of the hardest games of the year is always going to be against the Brooklyn Nets. We're talking a little bit about some players that could potentially miss this game. One is confirmed and the other one is still very questionable. I'm sure many of you guys might know who it is. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bulls Show. Turn notifications on and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls lineup. Who do you think is going to start in place of one of these players, and just where do you think the future is going with obviously more of these injuries and health and safety protocols concerns coming out. So the first person I want to talk about is Javonte Green, ladies and gentlemen. Javonte Green is heading into health and safety protocols, so that does mean I believe he will be out for around 10 days. Him and Kobe White will be following suit with each other, which means we have once again lost another important player to the team and a starter as well, which is very, very interesting as well. Now, the man first, before anything, obviously, get well soon to Javonte Green. Hopefully nothing serious comes of this, and hopefully he'll be perfectly fine once this health and safety protocols is all done and dusted. Hopefully he can come back and have that same impact as he did once he left. He's a very important player to the team. He's someone that provides energy, provides a little bit of hustle, gets some rebounds, some good opportunities in putbacks and dunks. He's been good for the Chicago Bulls this year, and it's going to be a big blow to see him not play. But obviously, now the starting lineup does have a spot that needs to be filled. And if you're asking me who I believe will start for the Chicago Bulls against the Brooklyn Nets and for future games, it's going to be Derrick Jones Jr., especially against the Brooklyn Nets, because I feel like you might need a little bit of the length to guard someone like Kevin Durant, who, again, is unguardable. But yeah, we might need someone to try and slow him down as much as possible. And I think Derrick Jones Jr. is the one to potentially do that for the Chicago Bulls. And again, he's someone that I believe very well suits the way that we like to play in the power forward position. So he makes the most sense, in my opinion, to start against the Brooklyn Nets and for the future games until Javonte Green returns. And then the next one is obviously a big blow as well. Arguably our best bench player on the Chicago Bulls, and Alex Caruso, is questionable to play against the Brooklyn Nets. This is coming from the news of his hamstring. He could potentially have a hamstring injury, and again, if he does have a hamstring injury and he's questionable to play, this could potentially be a big blow for the Chicago Bulls as well. Now, in this situation, personally, I would rather have caution first, because the worst thing about hamstring injuries is, one, they could reoccur, and two, they can get worse at any given time. Sometimes hamstring injuries comes out of nowhere. So if he has hamstring tightness or hamstring soreness, I think it's best to take a game off for Alex Caruso. Maybe we win the game against Brooklyn, maybe we don't, I don't really know, but maybe he does take that game off to try and rest up and be prepared for the next upcoming challenges ahead. I'd rather miss Alex Caruso for a game than play him in this game and could potentially miss him for a couple of weeks. That's a very bad sight to see, and that could potentially be damaging towards the season. So I guess it's up to the Chicago Bulls and their decision to make, but there's now the next man up mentality that needs to keep on coming for the Chicago Bulls. Again, this is the challenges that we face now. We have Patrick Williams out now. We have obviously Kobe White that's going to be out. Javonte Green's going to be out, and potentially Alex Caruso is going to be out. That's a big, hefty amount of people that are not playing for the Chicago Bulls at the moment. So the next man up mentality needs to be there and needs to be present. In my opinion, I think Derrick Jones Jr. will move to the starting lineup. I think Troy Brown Jr. will come off of the bench and get a little bit more game time, just because he was the one that ended up getting 9 minutes against the New York Knicks. I expect that to be increased against the Brooklyn Nets. And I think either Alize Johnson or Tony Bradley will get a call up into the bench and potentially gets a little bit of minutes here and there as well, sporadic minutes at best. That's what I think is going to happen. Obviously, he could surprise us all, maybe play Tony Bradley or Alize Johnson in the starting lineup, something like that. I don't really know. It's not my place to say. That's the coach's decision, and he definitely knows the best interest of the Chicago Bulls. But that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Just to recap, Javonte Green will be entering health and safety protocols. He's guaranteed to miss at least this Brooklyn Nets game, and obviously whatever else happens. You saw LeBron, I believe, enter health and safety protocols, and then within a few days, he's back out of it. So maybe that could be Javonte Green as well. But again, It's LeBron James at the end of the day. Maybe there's something a little bit fishy going on there. That's not my place to say. I don't know. But hopefully Javonte Green can get out of health and safety protocols as soon as possible, and hopefully he can get back on the court ready to play. And obviously, Alex Caruso, I'd prefer the side of caution. But again, if he does play, I'll be supportive. I'll be very happy to see him. And hopefully he can continue his season without any, disruptions towards his season so far, because he's had a fantastic season for the Bulls. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Just a little bit of a short update video heading into the Brooklyn Nets game. I know many of you guys are very excited to verse the top team in the Eastern Conference, and we have beat them before. Let's see if we can go out and do it again. I can't wait. Hopefully you guys can't wait as well. Big game coming up. Let's see if we can win. Take care.